happen to put that in the wrong place, you will hit civilians, you know. Sometimes they had civilians there that we didn't even know about. They were using them as shields, and
Humans. Yeah.
but if you don't know they're there, how's that going to work? You know, they end up dying with them,
Yeah.
and then we get the blame.
Yeah.
That was
Ridiculous.
But napalm is not a biological weapon. It is a terror weapon. I think
I think it's a chemical. It's a chemical reaction.
it's a chemical weapon. Yeah.
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 Focus, but like the whole.
We're
not
focusing
just
on mostly the warfare used, the ones that had more mass destruction than just infantry who were used in certain places. We're looking at Agent Orange, which had environmental damage towards Vietnam. It's still having environmental damage.
Oh, yeah.
It has health damage towards the people of Vietnam, towards the United States soldiers and veterans who are still suffering from it today, who are generations after generations still suffering the effects of what our country dropped on them.
Yeah. Well, there's other people got affected by that too, because they made it in Puerto Rico, or they were loading it there.
Yeah.
So the people that handled it, they got it too. The Air Force people that actually sprayed the stuff,
Would also get affected by
they got it. Yeah, they got it too. The Navy people that carried it,
Yeah.
this stuff just leaks.
So
You got it.
Anybody that came in contact with it.
Yes, was affected. It wasn't just the field soldier. It was a lot of and civilians. A lot of people got affected by this,
They
and the government knew it.
yeah.
They knew this was bad stuff, and did it anyway.
Yeah, they did testing in 1956 on Agent Blue, Agent Purple. I think it was Agent Purple, but Agent Purple eventually became Agent Orange, and they knew that it was horrible. Like they had done mice tests, horrible. It killed the
Tumors,
mice.
yeah.
Gave them cancer. Yeah. So
Gave us tumors too. But I didn't get them. I didn't get that. But the thing is, it's in your system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will someday. It'll come out. Some people it comes out sooner, some later. But we all got it.
Yeah.
And they're saying, well, we tested you and couldn't find it. I says, of course you couldn't find it. You didn't even admit that it existed, but
Yeah.
How are you supposed to find something that you can't admit exists?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see any? Were you there long enough to see any of the areas that was sprayed with Agent Orange? Like
Oh,
any
yeah.
of the vegetation that died?
yeah, especially along the rivers. Mm-hmm. That means the stuff got in the water.
Travel through the water. Yeah.
Just killed everything.
Yeah, they would. But usually they used the rivers, not us. They used sampans.
Vietnam
Yeah,
uses-
that was their main. That was their arteries of travel, not ours.
Yeah.
We either walked or they flew us by helicopter.
Yeah.
But so because of that, they would spray it to take the cover away, so you could spot them from the air easier.
Yeah.
But the Agent Blue to take away the shellfish, to deny them a food source, that poisoned the people too, because they did eat it.
Yeah. They still ate the poison.
And the people that had to grow things on this land, in order, the civilians, they got badly affected. So you could see it from the air when they'd fly you in somewhere. That you could see the spots that were. Looks like from the air, it looks like it was scorched.
Yeah.
Just eradicated.
Yeah.
But when the plant first starts dying, it looks like turns into a black grease, and then it just dries out.
Yeah. And get that into a human's system is extremely.
Can't be
Toxic.
good. Yeah.
But you saw areas where nothing was growing, and we knew why.
Yeah.
But we didn't know it was permanent, and we didn't know that that we were exposed on purpose.
Yeah,
We didn't know that.
on purpose. That's the most ridiculous part. Accidents happen, but if it's on purpose, they are
And they
completely.
fully knew, like, they full well
Yeah.
knew that it was
They knew.
Oh,
affecting
they
their
had
own
done
soldiers.
they had done testing on a lot of this stuff 10 years, 15 years before the war even happened, because they were experimenting with it.
They knew its effects.
Oh, they
And
they,
still
they didn't even know. I mean, they knew that the effects were horrible, but I mean, the fact that they didn't even use this in a concentrated area, but just use it as a mass, like herbicide for all of the plants in Vietnam. The fact that they sprayed it on people too,
Yeah.
our soldiers. That's what we're trying to say was wrong. Honestly, like that's our project. We're saying that the United States government was wrong in its actions.
Chad, I don't remember them actually spraying it on us, but I remember
It
walking
was-
through places that were sprayed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's it still got on you.
It's still, yeah.
I mean,
got on
yeah.
you.
I mean,
Yeah.
it stays there.
Yeah, it stays, and then you walk through, and then you get
I
infected.
mean, it's in the environment, and they expect soldiers to be traveling in the conditions, and like, I mean, it kills stuff. It kills stuff.
It does. It kills it pretty quick too.
Stuff. I
Yeah.
think it was like 2 to 3 weeks, and vegetation will start dying, it like completely decomposing. So.
And it'll remain that way for, like,
Oh, it's still like that.
yeah.
They can't.
It's in the ground. It's in the earth.
It's
soil.
extremely difficult to grow stuff in Vietnam. It's difficult. Any place where they sprayed Agent Orange or all of these other chemicals on this list, it's extremely difficult. to
I don't
grow
know if we could be held. That would have to be a world court, I guess, that would hold people responsible for that. But the people that are responsible, like the Johnson administration, they're dead.
Yeah, you can't.
McNamara,
charge
he may
anybody.
still be alive. He was Secretary of State. He was another one of our big enemies.
The enemy, a big enemy, is one of the United States officials.
Yep,
That's
the
what
ones
he's
that-
serving for.
The biggest enemy of the United States is the United States itself, it
Yeah.
seems.
He's the one that came up with rules of engagement, McNamara.
Yeah.
And we still have them. Obama's still imposing them.
where
Global
unless they fire at you
policy.
first, you can't fire at
That's
them.
right. And if you do, they'll court-martial you.
Oh God.
Which
So
is
they're putting
Court-martialing is when
soldiers
you'll
at
get.
risk now.
And if you don't fire, your guys are going to die. So a
Yeah.
lot of guys do, and they get court-martialed. That isn't right.
yeah.
And you get either dishonorably discharged or
Yeah.
I think you go to jail sometimes.
6 months at hard labor.
If it's war, it's war. You have to kill before you are killed
I mean,
to live.
within reason, yeah.
It seems like they were letting Vietnam, like, they were letting the North Vietnam communists, like, win.
Yeah, it seemed, yeah. I mean, they were
They were, like,
allowing them to
Advance.
regain troops regain land, while, like as you said, they were building an army again after you had already defeated them once because
Yeah.
they stopped the bombing.
Yep, we know that we killed 120,000 of them. This was one of the things that the Associated Press said that they justified their lying on their reporting was that body counts were, some commanders lied about their body counts. And we hated body counts. We were the guys that had to go out and do that. You walk up on a wounded guy, he's going to bring you with him. You don't want to do a body count. Just wait a while, he'll die, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's stupid stuff like that. But we know that we killed 120,000 of them.
Yeah.
And then 2 months later, we had to do it again. You know, and this time we lost 8,000 guys. I think that was the worst month of the war, was May of '68. And those were mostly new guys. I think in my statistics sheet that tells you.
Yeah.
So,
But that would be your interesting thing there about the Agent Orange.
spray meth.
yeah,
Where they
thank you
spray.
for bringing this. By the way, this is fantastic. Are we okay to keep this?
Yeah, you can keep them.
We can return.
Is this
it to you,
this is a copy, correct? This is.
I have a copy of that,
You
yeah.
have the actual. You have a copy of this too.
I do.
Are we allowed to keep this as well?
You can keep it.
All right.
We can get it back to you too when we're done.
Yeah.
with that.
Well, the DD 214, yeah, that's actually, my identification papers, actually. That's it.
Yeah, no, yeah, we'll definitely get it back to you.
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, my mom knows you, so
I'll see you.
I can make sure to keep this. I can make sure to keep this together.
This is